What's up YouTube, Josh of all trades here. Now, I know I said I wasn't gonna do it, but someone on the internet told me I should, so here we go with my review of the Amazon original series Goliath, episode 2, Pride and Prejudice. I'm gonna start with just a few general remarks. First off, if I had to rate episode 1, it would not do very well. I'd give it like 4 or maybe 5 stars out of 10. Episode 2, though, was definitely an improvement. I would rank it about 7 out of 10. It was definitely a step up from the first one. Although some of my grievances from the first episode do carry over to episode 2, they are much less pronounced and it makes the series much more watchable. It's important to me in TV or film or any medium that the protagonist be redeemable. And episode 1 did not show a lot of potential for Billy McBride, but now that as we're getting into the second one, we're starting to see that he has opportunity to learn and to grow and to benefit from this experience. But the best thing about episode 2 is that it actually becomes suspenseful. This is a law drama show, and as opposed to episode 1, we actually get to see the inside of a courtroom this time, and the episode ends in a way that actually makes me want to keep watching and see what happens next. The producers of Goliath really get my kudos on this one because they stepped up their game a lot, and the show became much better in just one episode. From here on out in the review, I'm going to go into more specific information, and if you haven't seen the episode yet, there may be spoilers. So if you haven't watched Goliath episode 2, first off, hit subscribe to my channel. You'll get notifications about the videos I post, but it'll be easy to find this review when you come back. So stop watching, go watch the episode, and hit me up. Everyone else, you've been warned. Let's get into it. I'm just going to go ahead and start with the bad. I really hate Cooperman, and not like I hate his character, which I do, but I hate the writers for putting this guy in the show. Really? He's the managing partner of a successful international law firm, and he sits in his lair all day watching videos? Get out of here. That's what I do at work all day. And that freaking clicker. I swear to God, if I see someone clicking a Snapple cap, you get the point. But seriously though, TV and film and art in general is a way that we tell stories about things that are relevant to our time and a way of capturing history. And as much as Cooperman annoys me, maybe it's supposed to. We are right around the corner from Election Day, and it's very purposeful that the antagonist in this series is a fat cat jerk named Donald. Moving on though, let's talk about what this episode did right. There was a really good scene where we followed Leonard Letts, the opposing counsel. He's played by Damon Gupton, who does a great job in the role. We learned that Ryan Larson's death was no accident, and while we don't have the specifics on it, we don't know the full story, we know that it was in some way related to his job. Going into this episode, we had some uncertainty due to lack of information, and while we don't know 100% what happened, it's nice that we as the audience are privy to information that even Billy McBride does not know yet. It was also surprisingly nice to get some more story from Lucy, the mouse that works at Cooperman McBride. Although she was kind of annoying to me in the first episode, this one provides some more information, and now I understand her as just a very successful, very intelligent person who just happens to be working for the wrong team. Although it's early, I'm going to go out on a limb and say that at some point in this series, Lucy is going to defect from her firm over an ethical issue, and then she will give some information to Billy that helps him win the case. Speaking of wrong team, it's also kind of nice to see Michelle McBride in the courtroom scene towards the end. Although she wasn't voicing it, she was smiling and giving her quiet support to Billy. And finally, episode 2 ends with a bang. And by a bang, I actually mean a crash. And by a crash, I mean Rachel gets hit by a van and murdered. It is really difficult to get a car accident scene right on film, but they did it right in Goliath. It happened right in front of our eyes through a lens of disbelief, and we see the entire thing. Just as a side note, this is not for the faint of heart, but if you want to see an amazing car crash scene, I'll put a link in the card up here to the car crash from Insidious 3. It was intense. While the crash scene in this episode was not quite on the same level, it was still very good. It was surprising, and it and Rachel's death leaves us with a lot of questions going forward. I found episode 2 of Goliath to be unexpectedly better than the first episode, and while I'm not quite locked in, I am much more excited about the series, and I see why people are saying it has potential. If you've seen this episode of Goliath and you have something you want to say about the episode or about my review or just something you want to get off your chest, hit the like button and leave a comment below. As always, hit the subscribe button to get updates when I post new videos. And that's all I got for now. I'll see y'all later. Bye y'all.